Hey guys, Nick here. Today we're going to talk about move speed in Star Trek Online. So, the generic idea on how do we get our ships to move faster in the game. So, today I'm going to cover three different tools that I use. So, one would be the first we're going to cover is the Deuterium Surplus. It's a device that we get from the mission, defense contract, and then it allows you to craft that from there on in. The competitive impulse engines from the competitive rep, and the emergency con hologram from the Phoenix store. So first we're going to jump into our defense contract, which we come down to the Alhenia system, respond to our distress signal, and we'll jump in. So this is a pretty basic mission. So I'm using my newest turn with the least gear on it, so just to demonstrate how to do this mission. It's pretty simple. It's just we get a couple waves of ships, we kill them, we collect our deuterium, and mission done. And of course the game will take a long time to load. But yeah, we all know the funs of slow loading missions. So while we wait, we look at Ezri and Harry and Kubake and the pretty little art. This mission can take a while. It's a little older, so here we go. Alhenia refueling station. We come in. I hope I have this on normal because this character is, as you can see, doesn't doesn't really have a lot of anything. I want to double check before we fly in there. It's on advanced, but it should be okay because so come in here. Defeat our scout force. So we got some Hideki class and a Galore. So maybe I'll come over here and we'll fight the Galore first. We'll breathe our fire. There goes the Galore. Or Galore, I don't know how with my accent, I don't know if it's the right way of saying it, but forgive me if I'm saying it incorrectly. We'll kill these off. Wait for our reinforcements. Or their reinforcements. I'm just gonna jelly mode now, just get in here, and it's my strongest tool. And jelly mode. And bye-bye. And I believe there is one more ship. Maybe a Keldon comes in, or repel true way attack. Yep, Cardassian commander, so I believe this is the final assault. Yeah, Keldon and Hideki. And we're by. So we got to part system, but before we go, there's a little trick. We transport deuterium aboard. So see here, we have our deuterium surplus. This is the little device we want. We have the defense contract. We continue, so gives us one, but we do not leave. We come up here. We pick up the deuterium from each tank before we go, so that gives us a few more that we don't have to craft. And then, so now I've picked up all three. So that was should have 4. There we go. We will not. Don't think I can depart this way. So you just do the old-fashioned depart like this. It's a 20-hour cooldown if you wanted to do it every day. I think it is. So if you wanted to without crafting, I generally just use the crafting resources. So now we come to here, our R&D, our engineering, and we have deuterium surplus 5. And if you see, I have 0 level in engineering, and you can craft it. So it's nice and easy. So we look at here. It's 350% flight speed strength, 350% turn rate strength, and 15 defense rating, which really isn't important to what we're currently doing, but it's there. Number 2, we're going to have a look at our Phoenix packs. So if you want to get the emergency con hologram, which is their duty officer, I do have it on this character, which I thought I didn't, but here it is. Emergency con hologram. Activating emergency power to engines causes the recharge of evasive maneuvers to be drastically reduced. It's 100%, so you hit emergency power to engines, and you get a new evasive maneuver cooldown. But here, our emergency con hologram comes from the Phoenix prize pack. Because I don't have any on it, I'll just demonstrate by opening up 10. It'll be nice and easy. I'll try and almost close the game while we're doing that, just because I'm clumsy. So we're going to come back out. Where we have our 10 packs. I'm just going to open up the 10. See, I got a rare and a very rare. So we come in here. I believe it's a very rare. I thought it was a rare. Come in here. Very rare token. Emergency con hologram. So here we are. I will jump into a patrol real quick. So I'm in a combat situation. Maybe we'll do wanted. We'll go into wanted. I'm going to show you what the emergency con hologram does. And so I'll show you. This is what the emergency con hologram does. So normally evasive maneuvers is a good movement speed buff. So when I hit this, we have 8 seconds of quick. And before you had the doff, it's oh no, it's on a 40-second cooldown. But oh wait, we hit emergency power to engines, which is down here on my number 2. We hit emergency power to engines, and the cooldown's back. So I can hit my number 1, and I got evasive maneuvers all over again. And with the right cooldown management, you can have emergency power to engines. I think it's about every 15 seconds is this global cooldown. So you can have it very often, and it means you can have evasive maneuvers quite often. So that's another tool for making our ships move. And I'm going to jump out of here because we don't actually want to kill the patrol today. And I'm going to jump to any of my other characters that have competitive rep done and show you the competitive impulse engines. So we're going to let's jump to my main. It's always good. It's got the tools, it's got all the gear. And while we wait for the servers to load, we'll see almost our flagship. What people know me for is the Enterprise J, but that's another story for another day. And we're going to have a look at the competitive rep impulse engines. So here we are, where you have our prevailing innovating impulse engines. You can see below the prevailing engine overcharge upon activating a firing mode, bridge officer ability, 350 flight speed, 350% flight turn rate, and 10% recharge speed on tactical bridge officer abilities. So firing mode is tactical bridge officer ability, so that's going to help you keep that up more often. So before I show you what they do, it's similar to our evasive maneuvers. We come down to a competitive rep. This is where we get it. We choose either the first or second tab. That's where we build our projects, and we scroll down and we have our prevailing innovating impulse engines. We have our prevailing bolstered impulse engines, which they're slightly different. So those, instead of upon hitting a firing mode, they're on activating a control or drain ability. So say you have a build that's all control and drain, you wouldn't want to use, and don't say maybe you just don't have a firing mode, you want to use these instead for movement speed. And then we'll come down to the last option is the prevailing fortified impulse engines. These are on heal and shield bridge officer. So you want to make sure for most energy weapon builds you're hitting the prevailing innervated, because those are activating on a firing mode, and those you use those more often. Say you use a healing build, you want to use these, and a control build, the control. So I'll show you. We're coming along. We're at our standard speed. We don't look like we're moving that well. We hit a firing mode, and boom. We got a bit of a speed increase just to help me move along, and then you've got your other tools to layer on top, but just with that you've got a nice little movement speed buff. So that is our 3 tools to make our ships move better in Star Trek Online. If these help, leave a comment below, like and subscribe, and thank you very much. We'll see you all around in Star Trek Online. Bye.